Nandana, and this is Agil, my teammate,
Hi.
and we are pleased to have you here. Thank you for accepting our invitation, ma'am.
No
And
problem.
from here, Agil will take over
Like
the.
anything.
Ma'am, good evening. I'm Akhil Palat.
Hi, Akhil.
We are team of 5. We are from Goa Institute of Management, and this is a part of our sustainability course that
Okay.
course assignment that we have. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to scout organizations which are working in this field towards sustainability, and we are trying to showcase them on this Aim to Flourish platform, which is by the UN, and they want organizations to align with the sustainability goals.
Okay.
So this your organization is a perfect example which has to be featured on this Aim to Flourish platform. So, and
Okay.
since we were all from Kerala, we are proud to present such an
Even I
organization which
also.
is from Kerala.
Yeah, I
Okay, ma'am. So just for an introduction, so we are interviewing Green Amos Ventures Private Limited today, and we have with us the founder herself, Ms. Adra Nair, and yes, that's it, ma'am. So we'll have a quick interview. We won't take much of your time.
okay. Okay.
So, ma'am, in brief, can you give us an overview of what Green Amor Ventures is and how it is helping the sustainability cause?
Yes. So at Green Amar Ventures, we are a team of 3 right now. So our vision is to change the world of packaging. So our sustainability goal is to create alternatives to that of petroleum-based or plastic-based packaging. So ours is a quite unique formula that is made from coir fiber, the coconut fiber that
Yes.
is coming out of as a waste. So ours is like a value addition to this fiber waste together with biopolymers. So we are not using any kind of toxic plasticizer that usually happens with that of traditional plastic. So we are promoting something sustainable to planet as well as for the people, like non-toxic packaging.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, now to the question we don't know about, like, what has inspired you to take up this initiative?
Okay, like the initiative, actually, I started this back in 2020. Back in 2020, I was BIRAC Spurge Fellow. And during that time, I got this idea like to explore various waste management sector. So
Okay.
actually, while exploring different segments of waste management, I came across this waste like coir fiber. So it was like a from 2 3 years of long brainstorming, process R&Ds and stuff. Like where can we apply that? Like this, there are so many fiber waste coming out. Okay, not only coir fiber, there are so many natural fiber waste which we can utilize. So this is one such area where I would like to valorize its value.
Okay.
So together like that, while I was developing the product, I got this formulation, I developed the formulation, and this formulation was food grade. So the next question will be, where can we apply this food grade, the
Okay.
material? Like it has several application, like in the cosmetic field or personal hygiene, pharma, food, the like cutleries. So many application is there. So initially, my vision was to target the cosmetic or personal care sector because it is really booming. Even worldwide, the
Yes.
cosmetic is not going to stop anytime soon. So,
Yes.
and also with the plastic reduction, according to a study back in 2018, approximately I think around 140 to 148 billion units of plastic packaging is being used globally. So we can imagine the extent of pollution caused by it. So I wanted to target that sector, not because it doesn't have any kind of competitors, it has competition. Like glass is there, aluminum is there, but what about an alternative to plastic? Like that
Right.
flexibility is absent in glass. So this is where my idea actually turned out to be.
Yes, ma'am. So what does how is Green Ammo standing apart from what is in market, or what attracts your customers to Green Ammo?
It is actually the sustainable aspect itself or the biodegradable aspect itself. So our packaging, if we take the carbon footprint or stuff like that, or the degradability factor, you compare it with plastic, and we can assure you the premium quality in that. Or mostly right now Gen Zs are using the cosmetics, right? So
Yes.
people are more, or our customers are more aware of this, like the toxicities that is happening, not only because of the plastic packaging, but even the contents in the cosmetics. So there are so many cosmetic brands coming out where they want to promote organic, products. For example, like Dega, you can take Dega or Super, there's so many cosmetic brands there. So we are supporting these brands or these eco or environmental conscious brand that wants to switch from, the plastic to a kind of alternative. Yeah, that's what we are figuring out.
Yes. Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, again, we would like to know, how do you develop these products? How do you pitch these products to your clients?
Actually, we already started the sales. So uh, what we did was, our approach was to, this is a new product, right? This is new. There is nothing as such like a coir fiber infused, packaging in
Yes.
market. So what we did was, from start, we tried to create this awareness to the people, like our customer, that B2B business. So we tried to reach out to them directly, and we started doing surveys, like we, like pointers, by step we tried to incorporate this idea into their mind, like, okay, something is coming up which is a sustainable packaging option. Even during the product development stage itself, we started that. And at the end of the, the validation or the product trial phase, we had this collection of data of these customers. So what we did was, next was simple. We sent the samples to these 35 customers, pan India and abroad also. We gave them the sample, and we requested them to try to use it, not for sales, but for validation or testing part. They have to use their cosmetic in our container, and to see the look, the feel, if there is any change in color, the formulation, any change there, so that they will let us know, and we can again work on the formulation. Mostly what we did was, we tried to make the samples so attractive, like by infusing colors, even the shape, we made it like a premium thing. So they were really attracted towards this kind of option. So this is what we did. So last month we had our first sales, and we started getting the new orders. So this was
Okay.
what our plan.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, does Green Amor have total control over the manufacturing facility, or is it more like procurement and selling?
Actually, currently we have the entire control. Our formulation is actually patented, and but we
Okay.
right now we had only, like, we just did a trial sales, okay, like 1,000 pieces. So it was not a big deal. So what we did was, we are collaborated with Zipper Cochin. So there I have my team there. So we did the entire production there, and for the molding part, we have our own mold in Trivandrum. So we did there.
Okay.
So as far as the next stage, we are trying to establish our own factory unit.
So, from what I understand, is ma'am, CPET is Plastic Engineering Technology
Yes, yes, yes.
Institute. So
So
I
they
guess
have
you
this
will be using
network.
their resources for producing of the same
None of the resources are like only the machine part.
machines. Yeah,
Pay
right.
them for using their machines.
Okay, that is a great technique, ma'am. Uh, then, ma'am, we'd like to know your customers who have approached you, and how do you plan on advertising this ahead?
Like advertising part, like digital marketing, I don't think it will work in our case. This is a
Yeah,
B2B business.
B2B
So I
business.
think by the word of mouth from the customers will be more suitable in our case. So also we participate in, the exhibition. Last month there was Cosmoprof in Mumbai. So our team was there. So we tried to introduce to as many people in the industry as possible, like, this is a kind of packaging we have developed. If you have interest or not, like that data that we are collecting right now. But we are not planning to stick on with India alone. So
Yes.
we hope like the market is more suitable like in Europe.
Abroad. Yeah.
Yeah. So in India, it will take time for traction. People, the switching the mindset, it is really difficult here. But even so, the startups are actually our first customer was a startup based in Mumbai. So
Okay.
even our product is premium, but they could still afford it. Like that is a kind of value we are creating. It is not about the
Right.
price. We also know this keen understanding like sustainability should come together with affordability. But that is
Right.
a big gap here we are facing in India. Even
Yes, ma'am.
we are trying
We
to
are not
solve
ready
that.
to bridge that gap. Yes.
Yes, that is another problem. We are not going to create like we're not focusing much more on creating huge margins. But even without limited margin, the price of these, the biodegradable products are really high. So, and in order to ensure the quality, we cannot compromise. That's another issue there.
Yes.
So, apart for as per your question, like the marketing part, we are doing like expose, and we are targeting people directly. We are connecting to customers directly. Usually, I think pan India we have reached up to Himalaya. We have sent the sample
Mhm.
to customers. So all over India, we are trying to gather our customers. Apart from that, we already understood like it will take time. We are patient
Yeah.
also.
Yes, ma'am.
So it will take time, but it will catch up.
Ma'am, this is a great initiative in its nascent phase, and
Thank you.
we wish the very best for you.
Thank you so much.
Ma'am, apart from packaging, is there anything that you would like to explore in the future? If
Yes, we are like we started with the fiber, the coir fiber. We are also looking for many other like options in natural resources, like the fiber part. It is an unexplored kind of a major area. Also, as I mentioned, we have so many applications, not only in cosmetic, but in different kind of packaging. Even the single-use cutleries that causes severe problem. We are also looking into it. Maybe in future, we are looking for many verticals.
okay, ma'am. Ma'am, on the website, I came upon a note where you have mentioned that you received an award from BRICS for
Which one?
sustainable product.
Byrack.
Yeah, by right.
Yeah, I was a fellow there. Actually, in
Okay, ma'am.
2020, we were a fellow. I was a fellow at Byrack Sparsh, incubated at Bilgro Innovations, Chennai.
Okay. Ma'am, apart from this, like, what are the other encouragements that you get from our society or say the government to carry forward this initiative? Or
Like the startup
what you would like
ecosystem.
to have in the future?
Yes, in the startup ecosystem, I feel like, okay, we have Startup India. Startup India is really giving all those, initial level supports to startups, like for the fund part, like grants or seed fund like that. It is a great initiative. So that is one thing. Actually, I only looked into, Startup India funds. And like just recently, I had applied for Kerala Startup Mission. But I think if you want to get funding support, then central government is the best option. They really work through, but you have to. The thing is, you have to look into the center through which you acquire this fund. So I got immense support from Bilgro Innovations. So they were really helpful in that matter. Even I got Nidhi Prayas recently from Amrita Institute. So right now I'm incubated with 3 centers. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Yes. Okay. Uh, yes, ma'am. I think I have covered all the questions that I had in mind. Uh, we'll be preparing a paper on this and
Oh,
we'll send it to you for cross checking
yeah, no
so that
problem.
we can take it forward. And ma'am, I wish that Green Ammo gets a lot of publicity through our paper too.
Thank you.
And
Thank you again.
wishing you
Thank
all the
you.
best for the future.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for your precious time.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am.